Hello everybody, I got a review for you today. I got a couple items from Avermedia I want to talk about. I think you'll like them, and I think that they are very useful in various situations. And this is from the Go series. Now, what I think Avermedia is trying to do with the Go series of their audio equipment is to have something that's portable, easily packed away, but you can pull out and use in various places on the go and be able to get a nice quality audio signal for your videos or live stream. So I've got a couple items for you today. First of all, it's the Flexi Go Microphone Arm that can be used in a lot of different things, not only as a microphone arm, and the Versati Go, which is a USB condenser microphone. So I want to go through these and show you what they're all about. Now, disclaimer, Avermedia did send me both the Flexi Go and the Versati Go for review, but I have not received any money for this, and they will not have any say in this video whatsoever. They will see this at the same time that you will. So with that, let's go ahead and get in the video. All right, so in the box with the Flexi Go, you get a quick start guide. Pretty self-explanatory. You also get a little bag with a couple straps, a couple Velcro straps for your cables that you may be using on your mic arm. So you can strap them suckers down. And then you get the Flexi Go mic arm itself, which you see has got a nice sturdy clamp, a couple different joints there, including a ball joint on each end that you can really do a lot with this mic arm, which I'll show you here in a little bit. And it also does have 1/4 threads, so it'll fit pretty much any microphone. All right, inside of the Versati Go box, you get a quick start guide. Pretty self-explanatory. You get some adapters and a ball joint for ball mount to your mic arm or to your tripod, which you will see here in a second. This will fit 7mm all the way down to 1/4 threads. You get a USB 3.0 cable. That's a Type A to Type C. You get a tripod, and of course you get the microphone. And also you get a nice little handy dandy Allen wrench. Now this is what a microphone looks like. Pretty nice, very nice. You can see the Type C USB on the back, a volume control, and a headphone output. This is the tripod. Now I have to say this is built quite nicely with a 7mm thread on the end of it. And then again, the nice long 3-meter, I believe, USB cable. This is the ball mount that you can use on the tripod, or you can mount this again to any of your mic arm. Now that's 5mm threads on the end of it. Again, you get the adapters to make these work. Hey, for the Flexi Go, it is made of tube style aluminum. It rotates 360 degrees horizontal, and then for the lower arm, for vertical, it's 180 degrees, and for the upper arm, it vertically rotates 360 degrees. Max holding weight is 52.9 ounces. The C-clamp can extend up to 2.16 inches, and it supports 1/4 inch and 5/8 inch threads. The maximum extension is 26.77 inches with a weight of 15.2 ounces. All right, for the Versati Go, it is a condenser microphone using a cardioid polar pattern. Uses USB Type C with sample rate of up to 96 kilohertz and a bit depth of 24 bit. Frequency response is 20 to 20 kilohertz with sensitivity of -38 dB, max SPL of 110 dB. Supports threads 3/8 inch, 5/8, and 1/4 inch, and its weight is 10.3 ounces. Now, it does use Avermedia's streamer software that you can use its processing and then use the virtual mic it generates in Windows for processed audio. Other features on this microphone, it does have a mute button on the very back here, and I will do that now, and you can hear, and I'm unmuted now, and you should hear me talk. And I'm unmuted again, and you should hear me talk. You also have a headphone control and monitor using a standard headphone jack off of the back of the microphone, and I will say that the output is 0 latency, and it does sound quite good. Now, this whole time you've been listening to the Versati Go unprocessed. There is no processing going on whatsoever. The only thing that I've done is I've added about 6 dB of gain to it to get it to around -18 inside of OBS. But other than that, everything is unprocessed. So you can kind of get an idea of what you think the microphone sounds like without adding any compression or EQ or anything like that to it. All right, so now let's do a plosive test for the Versati Go. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. All right, now let's do a plosive test with the windscreen over Versati Go. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. All right, so now we're going to do off-axis rejection testing and see how that goes. So right now I'm directly in front of the microphone at the north position where I should be talking. Now I'll move over to the 90-degree position. I'll move over to the 270 position. And now I am directly behind the microphone and listening and talking. And now I'm back in front of the microphone again. All right, so let's do our first mic comparison. Now, this is the Rode XEM50, very similar in price to the Avermedia Versati Go. This is also a condenser cardioid microphone. The only difference is this is a side address microphone as opposed to the Versati Go being a front address microphone. But you can now hear the difference between the Rode XEM50 and the Versati Go. I will talk in the Rode XEM50 and do a short count. This is a mic test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I will talk into the Versati Go. This is a mic test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so this is a mic test for the Versati Go versus the Beacon mic. Now, the Beacon mic is a little different. It is a dynamic cardioid microphone, meaning that it is a lot less sensitive than the condenser mic. This is also about $200, normally $200 more than what the Versati Go is. This has a lot more horsepower. There's a lot more stuff going on under the hood. Built-in DSP, a high-quality headphone amp, a lot there. Okay, but listening to the audio between the two, and I've gain balance both of them so that they should be about the same level. You should be able to tell the difference between the Versati Go and the Beacon mic. There should be a difference in sound, and you should be able to figure out which one you like better. So I'm going to do a quick mic check, short count for the Versati Go. This is a mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the Beacon mic. This is a mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so this is the 5-Fine Ampli Tank 3 compared to the Avermedia Versati Go. This is a different microphone, but this is in the same price range. This retails for right around $80 along with the Versati Go, but this is a dynamic broadcast style cardioid microphone. So you should notice some differences. Again, sensitivity is going to be a little bit lower. I got to get it a little closer so that the audio gain level is the same. If I back off of it, you can see how much signal is lost as compared to if I back away from the Versati Go as a condenser microphone. That's really the difference. That's a sensitivity difference. So I will do a short count of the 5-Fine. This is a mic test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I will do the same for the Versati Go. This is a mic test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so next let's talk about the Flexi Go mic arm is what they're calling it. But listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think this thing can be used for a lot more. The reason I think so is because it does give you a ton of different options for angling different devices where you need them. And I've personally found that this is a great use, not only as a mic arm, as I'm using it right now, obviously, but as B-roll or using it for unboxings. It's perfect for holding a camera, even heavy mirrorless or, full frame mirrorless cameras. This thing holds it really well, and it holds it in place for a very long time. By mistake, and I will, just mention this as a disclaimer. I use this for my mirrorless camera and left it fully extended with the mirrorless camera with my Sony hanging down, and I left it for over a day, not thinking about it until I came up next day, and it was still in the exact same position that it was when I left. So this thing locks it in place and it holds the weight quite well. So you can feel safe using this for your cameras, using it for the heaviest microphones. It really does a fantastic job. Now, it's built of all aluminum tubing. It has a lot of weight to it. The same goes for the C-clamp for your desktop. It is built to last. The ball joint on the bottom is nice and rugged. The locks are nice and rugged. They ratchet, so you don't have, if you're in tight spots, you can actually move these back and forth and ratchet them to get them tight. If you're in nice spots, is all I got to do is pull it out and then turn it, pull it out, turn it, and it locks. And these things, you can adjust these. They hold in place. I mean, I'm putting a lot of weight on this right now to get this to move in place. And simply by just a quarter turn, you can move it with just one little finger. I mean, that's the difference, what a quarter turn will make to get this to move in place as I'm trying to push it down. This is a very, very strong mic arm, and I like it. Probably more so for using it for my camera than I do as a mic arm, to be honest with you, though, because I have a habit of liking to be able to move this freely when I want to. And that is probably the downside when it comes to this mic arm, is it's one of those that you have to lock it in place and it's in place. You don't get to just move and swing this thing around when you want to. You have to loosen it up and then you can move it. And then you got to tighten it back up and it stays in place. If that's what you like, then this is definitely the mic arm for you, because it is built like a tank. If you need to move it around a lot, if you're like me, then you might need to go and look for another option. But this thing is really nice, and I think it's competitively priced. Matter of fact, all of the microphone B-roll that was in this video, I used the Flexi Go to film all the B-roll. I would loosen the joints up, and I could just move it wherever I wanted, and it gave you some stability as you move the camera around, and you can get the camera in any angle, any level that you wanted it, because of the different ball joints, and they allow you different options. So you do have, like I said, you got two main ball joints. You got one at the very bottom, and then you got the one here, and then here you have a 90-degree joint in the middle that that you can control between the arms. But between these two and then having the middle joint, you can literally get this into pretty much any position that you want, even horizontal almost horizontal with the countertop, which is absolutely beautiful. I really like this a lot. I think it's good, but I really think, for me personally, as a mic arm, I would go with something else and use this for shooting B-roll and using it for unboxings. If you're filming from unboxings and you need a camera to put over the top of something, this thing is perfect for that. Really is. And again, you can't beat the build quality of it. It really is rugged, and it will last you for a very, very, very long time, provided you take care of it, obviously. All right, so what are my thoughts on this microphone? Listen, I think the microphone actually sounds really good. Out of the box, there's really not much you need to do to it. Now, obviously, you listen to it, and compared to like the XCM50, for instance, it was a thinner sound. Didn't have as much warmth on the low end. But I also think that it's better for vocal than the XCM50. The XCM50 to me sounds great, but has just a little bit too much of a presence boost for my taste. It sounds a little bit too airy, and there's been people in the past that have also told me that about that same microphone. I think this actually fits well, and it actually sounds closer to me to a dynamic microphone than it does a normal condenser microphone. If you listen to the other dynamic microphones that I compared it to, they were actually very similar in sound. So I really do think that this works well as a broadcast microphone, but it does give you a little bit more of what I would call air in your vocal, a little bit more natural sounding, but not over the top like I think the XM50 does. Again, if that's what you prefer, then a little bit of tuning on this by using some EQ will help you a lot. But the good thing is I think out of the box, this thing actually sounds pretty good. Now, I think the plosives are a little strong, so you will need to do something like put this little windscreen on this. You could buy these on Amazon for, less than $10, and this will help you with plosives. Generally speaking, condensers are, you got to have some sort of pop filter in place for these anyway. But, you can do a little windscreen like this and it works just fine, as you saw. But, overall, I think it's fine. The mute button, I think the mute button works well. Not necessarily pleased that, it transmits sound into your into the microphone when you do it. It still works fine, and I think that the headphone monitoring works really well in here too, and it sounds pretty good. You could use this as an audio device for Windows if you so choose. It's not going to necessarily hinder the quality of your normal audio at all. I think it will sound just fine for standard headphones. Now, I wouldn't go plug in anything that has a high impedance to it, like the Bear Dynamics headphones, for instance. But for a standard set of earbuds or a standard set of gaming headsets, I think this worked just fine for you. But listen, I'm pretty happy with both of these products. I think that they are both really good buys. I think that they will serve people well, and they're quite affordable. So good job, Avermedia, on the Flexi Go mic arm. I would call it multi-purpose arm. I think is a better name for it, to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to just put this in a corner and call it just a mic arm, because it really is a lot more than that. I will be using this pretty much for every unboxing that I do from now on. I like it that much. It's really good. And for all kinds of different camera options. If I'm streaming and I want to use it for a camera mount, I can use it for a camera mount. And for the Versati Go, I think if you're looking for a nice sounding budget mic for your live stream or making YouTube videos, I think the Versati Go works well for you. It looks good. It's got the red RGB there that you can use. And if you don't have one of these, I do recommend that you kind of talk across it. Don't talk directly into it for the plosives, but talk, across it like this, and you can do that. And if you're using a camera, and this thing will give you a little bit more wiggle room for moving around without losing a lot of your signal. So you can talk to the side of this and talk across it, and that will help you with your plosives, and you can not worry about the pops going on in the microphone. So those will help out a lot too. It's a great mic. I really like it. And you can't beat the price, to be honest with you. And, like I said, it does come with the Avermedia. You can download the Avermedia streaming software. That is free. And then you can use the virtual mic out of that, and then you can use to process audio. Otherwise, you can always just send it straight to OBS or Meld Studio, whatever your broadcast software choice is, and then use the embedded filters there also. You have that choice, and that's what I'm doing right now. If you've got any questions about any of these products, feel free to let me know. I'll provide a link down below where you can check them out for yourself on Avermedia's website, and I'll provide links, affiliate links, where you can buy these if you're interested in trying them yourself. And if you got any questions, drop a comment down below. I'll try my best. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. And again, thank you, Avermedia, for sending me both of these products. I really enjoyed having these. And this will be part of my workflow now. And I will use the Versati Go for different reviews and for doing on-the-go content, because it's a great mic to pack up in your backpack and take with you when you need it. So anyway, thank you, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you later.